Okie dokie. Hey everybody, it's time now. It's Mr. C of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. Welcome, middle schoolers, grades 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Welcome to our music class for this week. Excuse the blurriness just now. I moved a little too much there. Really, Mr. C has to get this camera thing fixed. But otherwise, if I try not to move too fast, I'm sure the camera will stop blurring on me. Well, I was just getting some things together, so I apologize a little bit for my lateness, guys. But I was trying to get some stuff together at the last minute, and Mr. C was quite busy today, I gotta say. But I am so glad that you're able to join us today on this Thursday. Okay, we are going to do a couple of things. Okay, First of all, I want to remind those all you homeschooling parents, okay, please become a member. Become a member of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy by going on to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, where you can become a member for a minimum of $1. And those things that are going to be that are going to be a benefit to you if you become a member, you will see that you will have benefits such as live Q&A sessions with me, where you'll be able to ask questions about just for me to be a continued resource of your students' learning when it comes to music. Also, as a member of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, you also get more resources of video tutorials. There will be video courses, I should say, video courses, not tutorials. The video courses of me teaching lesson planning, and this could go, and these particular classes, video courses that I have, will be beneficial to you in regular subjects, okay? The other academic subjects that you might teach at home with your homeschooling student. So I teach stuff about lesson planning, some key tips and things like that, as well as routines and expectations, setting up your classroom situation, homeschooling, and then added to that, also learning how to teach music, okay? I teach parents how to teach music, okay? If you are a member of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, you will be able to have access to that. And thank you for those who have been subscribing to my channel. I appreciate the support. Please continue to share and like the videos that I put out, okay? Which I will be here every week doing lessons, free lessons for all of our students, including our seniors and our special needs friends. Okay, the schedule goes as follows. On Facebook, you'll be able to see the schedule for the weekly schedule and how I do set up lessons. So first of all, Mondays are going to be for the primary level of elementary school, where I teach kindergarten through 2nd grade. Free music classes from 4 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Tuesdays, however, it's a different two types of sessions, different time slot. Again, our senior community will be having their free session from 1:15 to 1:45, and that's Eastern Standard Time. And then our special needs friends will get their session from 2 o'clock to 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, also on Tuesday. And then we go back to the 4 o'clock spot, where from 4 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be with our secondary elementary level kids, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Today, Wednesdays, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, 4 to 4:30. And then on Fridays from 4 to 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, will be our high schoolers, 9th grade, 10th, and 11th and 12th grade, also concentrating on music theory and composition. So that is the schedule. If you didn't get all that, go onto my Facebook page, Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy Facebook page. Go onto that, and you will see the schedule, okay, on there if you happen to have Facebook. But in any event, today's lesson, I always like to start off with a hymnal. Okay, praising God for our ability to create, to live, to breathe, to do anything. And one of the hymnals that I'd like to do today is Amazing Grace, which is written by John Newton. Okay, I give all credit to, musically speaking, John Newton was the author of Amazing Grace. And Amazing Grace is something that you guys are probably familiar with. You've probably sang it many times. Okay, and Amazing Grace, says so much to me about, what gifts God allows us to have, allows us to live, and the history, a little bit of the history behind that. John Newton wrote this when he had a near-death experience. Okay, and so that allowed him to kind of look Godward, so to speak. Look to Him and understand that every day is a gift. Every day, grace is really a divine gift that He gives His chosen, and so he felt in this way, that God really does take care of us in that sense. So, pay attention to the words while we're at it. Parents, if you guys would like to sing along, okay, not just parents, I mean all you middle schoolers. This is for everybody who is who's watching, okay. If you'd like to sing along, go on the Google search engine and just type in "Amazing Grace" and lyrics, "Amazing Grace" lyrics, and you'd be able to find a set of lyrics easily from there. Okay, so I'll give you guys some time to do that. Okay, but we're about to sing. Okay, so since we're about to sing, we're gonna do some stretching exercises. By the way, right after the hymnal, right after we sing our hymnal, I'm gonna get into ukulele, just as we spoke about last week. Hopefully you guys were able to get the ukulele, but if not, you could always revisit this video. When you're ready to purchase a ukulele, and of course, don't go for the most expensive stuff, as I explained last week. Shop around, look for ratings, get more bang for your buck, so to speak, as I did. I didn't spend a lot of money on my ukulele over here. $30. This was, there are definitely more expensive ones, but this was a very decent price for a decent instrument as well. This is a pretty good instrument as a starter instrument, and also can be played in live situations, okay, live performance situations. So I really got a good buy when it comes to the ukulele, and really any instrument that I purchase. That's the way I go. I always try to find, again, something quality for my money, okay, good quality for my money. But in any event, we're going to go over those ukulele techniques today. So while you guys are looking for those lyrics, let's get into a good posture while we're sitting up straight, as we've gone over our singing techniques before. Let's do a couple of stretches. Everybody, let's reach up to the sky. Make sure your backs are straight, showing good posture. Reach up to the sky as high as you can. Okay, and then drop them. Okay, and everybody start rotating the shoulders backwards as I'm doing. Feel that nice massage. Okay, and now everybody rotate them in the other direction. Rotate them forward. All right. Great. And now everybody, let's rotate our necks in a circle very slowly. Please don't go too fast. This really requires you to feel that stretch, but not to overdo it. You never want to do any kind of stretches, okay, as you can hurt yourself. Let's go in the other direction. Very good. All right. And now everybody look all the way up and look all the way down. And everybody look towards your right and looks towards your left. And everybody tilt your head to the right and tilt your head to the left. Very good, all while maintaining good posture. And everybody, now let's put our arms out in front of us, okay, using this dynamic movement. And everybody, let's rotate our elbows with our wrists in a inward motion, circular inward motion. Excellent, nicely done. And let's go in the other direction. Okay, dynamic movement, very good for the body. Okay, this is just not just for the body, okay, but also for our voices as well, as our voices are attached to our bodies, right? So the body's good, the voice is good, the brain is good. Okay, and let's shake it out. And everyone, take a deep breath in through your nose and out your mouth. Once again, deep breath in and deep breath out. Great. Okay, so while you guys were doing this stretch, hopefully moms and dads, you were able to get the lyrics for your student for Amazing Grace, okay? And you can follow along. If you know the song, just sing along, okay? And use the lyrics. If you don't really know, use the lyrics and follow and sing along as best as you can. Okay, so I'm getting out my ukulele for this, since this is quite the ukulele day, all right? So I'm going to be using my ukulele as well. I'm just going to adjust my camera a bit. Okay. And so here is Amazing Grace. Once again, sing along. Okay. Praise God. This is every day is a gift. Okay. Amazing grace, how sweet the my fears relieved. How grace did that a grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, we have already come. 'Twas grace hath brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. Okay, well, I hope you guys like that. Hope you enjoyed singing along. Okay, and that was Amazing Grace once again by John Newton. Okay. And let's get into the core of our lesson today. The core of our lesson, ukulele. I don't know why I set it down. I set it down for a reason. I want everybody to get out their ukuleles, okay? If you have them with you, have them handy. Let's take out our ukuleles, and I'm going to do another little adjustment of my camera here. But one thing to remember when we are grabbing our ukuleles, okay? First of all, we also must have a pick handy, okay? This is for your right hand. For strumming, your left hand grabs the neck, okay? In fact, let's go over the parts of the ukulele, okay, so that we're familiar. So I mentioned the neck. Here's my left hand grabbing the neck of the ukulele. With any string instrument, you definitely don't want to reach for, this is called the head, the crown, the headstock over here. You definitely don't want to do that, okay? I mean, I have this over here. This is the body right here. This is the body where I'm grabbing it, and that's okay. But you definitely never want to grab it by the strings. That's a big no-no. Okay. You don't want to damage your instrument before you even begin to play it. So you always grab it by the neck, and even from the neck, you don't grab it by the strings either. Okay. We have to be really careful the way we handle our instrument. You know, they're built well, but they're not. You know, they're not. It is possible for them to damage very easily if we don't treat them right, okay? So grab it by the neck always. When, you know, most of the time you really want to grab it by the neck. Even avoid this. I mean, this is not going to do anything to them, but sometimes we could be careless and, you know, drop it by accident. So this is always the most secure, the most certain thing you can do whenever handling the ukulele, or even the guitar, or any other string instrument for that matter, okay? So the way we use this, again, the left hand grab is because the left hand is going to be doing the fretting. I mean, what I just mentioned, I just said the word fretting as in, you know, fretting. This is known as the fretboard, the flat side of the neck. All of this is the neck, but the flat side over here on the top is known as the fretboard. The reason they call it the fretboard is because these are the fret lines, the ones that are going across. Those are your fret lines right here. And as we know about the ukulele, it's got 4 strings, right? 4 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. As far as the ukulele is concerned, and this is the first one over here when we're tilting it on the left. Okay, the top string here is the G string. The second one is the C string, okay? Every string has a letter name, okay? So G string, second one C string, and as we go further, the E string is your third string, and the A string is the last one, okay? Which is your sort of your highest, okay? Your highest pitch string. So let me show you that again. That's G, C, E, and A, okay? Now, you also want to make sure that before you begin that the ukulele itself is properly tuned, okay? And so if you have if you already had a tuner and you've tuned this, good, kudos to you, okay? But basically the way a tuner works, there are different types of tuners. There are ones that you can get from a music store, okay? But even better, instead of paying money for a tuner, you know, if you need to, all you have to do is download it on your phone. Go onto your app store in your phone, right? And you can get it for free, okay? I happen to have my tuner that I happen to have is called Guitar Tuna, okay? I have that particular, and I use my phone to tune my guitar. So right away you just download it, and again, it's free. There are some that you can pay money for if you feel like you do your research and you feel like there's tuners on the app that are much better, okay, then you can do that. But this is for free and this works very well. So I got my icon there, Guitar Tuna, and when I press on that, there it is, Guitar Tuna. I'm going to do a little close up here, and it's loading right there. And this Guitar Tuna actually tunes guitar, mandolin, and you guessed it, the ukulele. This is right here. That's the guitar. I'm going to switch it over to the ukulele mode, and there it is. This is the ukulele mode. See, four letter name notes. Okay, and notice the red line in the middle of that, you know, moving graph that you see right there. That is where typically the note, when you pluck the string to tune your ukulele, that little thing that keeps moving from the red line is got to end up right there on the red line to let you know that that particular string is in tune. Of course, making sure that we choose the option. So, for example, I'll usually start with that G string. Look, it even sounds it. It even sounds the pitch of the G so that you know what it should sound like, okay? But more than that, when it listens, it's very sensitive. It's even listening to my voice, which is why it's moving a lot, okay? But basically, if let me just take a good look, because I'm kind of looking at this as a mirror image, but you guys are looking at it in the right way. If it goes too far to the right, okay, or too far this way, it is too low. If it goes too far away from the red line in the other direction, then it is too high. It'll let you know. Okay, so basically, there's my G. I'm going to press that G button right there, and we go right to the ukulele, and we grasp again the left hand on the neck, while the right hand, or the right arm, I should say, kind of cradles the body of the ukulele. Okay, it cradles it, and so then I go right to my G string. We can even follow, just to make sure, we'll follow the G string. We know this is the G string. We follow it right to the tuning peg. And here's the tune, okay, or the tuner, and this is the tuning peg right here. You would turn this peg in either direction, whether it's if the string happens to be too low or too high, okay, it'll definitely let you know. The tuner will definitely let you know. But if it was, you know, basically you have to turn it in the direction in order to get it right on pitch. So when I pluck my string here, okay, and my phone just rang just now to let me know that it ended up right there on that red line, and that G string is in tune. So as soon as I then press my C string, all I have to on that tuner, all I have to do is pluck the C string, and that is also in tune right there. So it showed me right there. I press for my E string, which is the third string down, and there it goes. If you heard that little ching, okay, that little chime, okay, that is that one is in tune as well. And then now finally the A string, okay, and there you go. Okay, that final A string, it is in tune. You hear it. Okay, but again, if it's out of tune, right, then it's going to let you know, and then you have to turn in either direction depending on where it's at. You have to turn so that you can get it in tune. All right. What I would suggest to you is while you have your ukuleles, I'm sure there's an owner's manual. Okay, so that you're very certain as to which direction is, when it's too low, then which direction you should turn it. When it's too high, which direction you should turn it then. Okay, follow that owner's manual to definitely get you set in the right spot. But assuming that we have all our strings in tune, okay, and I'm gonna, do away with that tuner, okay? Assuming that you guys have everything all in tune, all right? Again, this is the technique, okay? We want left hand for the fret, right arm to support the body and hold it close against your own body, okay? And then if everybody would like to do it right now, we're not going to use our fingers in the left hand right now. Just give one good strum down the strings right here. Okay? Feels nice, right? Use, by the way, with the pick, okay? Kind of look like a diamond shape, rounded diamond shape type of thing. Use the pointy part right there to strum from the top string to the bottom. Okay, and that's pretty much how all those strings should be sounded. Okay, so now let's take a look at the whiteboard. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to I'm going to direct your attention over to my whiteboard here. So I'm going to turn this ever so slightly. Here we go. And there is the whiteboard. Take a very good look, and I'm going to adjust my camera because I think when I stand up, my head will be cut off. Okay. Let me do that. And I'm going to have to readjust. Okay, there we have it. So there I am. Okay, and here is a board. I'm going to show you a chord. Okay, I'm going to show you how to play a chord for the first time using what we call a ukulele tab. Okay, this is just one. I know I pluralized it. That was my mistake. We're only going with one tab, but basically, the ukulele tabs work like this. Okay, it looks like a graph, so to speak, and every line that is vertical, all the lines that are vertical, okay, that is your 4 strings on the ukulele, okay? 4 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, all right? While the lines that are horizontal, okay, the lines that are running horizontal, those are your frets, and that is the fret lines that go across, okay? So over here, according to the ukulele tab, by the way, this top line going across is not the fret line. It actually is the symbol for this particular part on where just before we get to the head, the crown and all that. That's this line. That's that top line on the fretboard here. Okay, but that's not a fret. The solid brass ones over here, that is the fret. Okay, so this would be the first fret. This next one will be the second fret, and the bottom line is the 3rd fret. So we got 1, 2, 3. Those are your 3 frets that are being depicted right over here. Okay, now we're going to come back to the ukulele tab talking about the C major chord. Okay, now let's define chords. Okay, in case we don't know what chords are. Chords, by definition, are 3 or more notes being played at the same time. Okay, once again, 3 or more notes being played at the same time. All right, in a C chord, particularly, all right, in a C chord, you have the notes C, E, and G. Okay, C, E, and G being played at the same time. Okay, it should even have sort of a sound as if we were attached solfege to that. It would be let's see. So here's my C. Do, mi, so. It's all 3 of those notes being sung or played at the same time. That would be a chord. That would be the C major chord. All right. Now, let's go back to the ukulele tab. Here I've put in a shaded dot right over here, just below this, really between the 2nd fret and the 3rd fret. Between the 2nd and 3rd fret. So if we were to take from the 1st fret, which is really technically the 2nd line on our ukulele tab, take a look. This would be the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Our point where we put our ring finger, as I have it right here on the board, is going to be between the 2nd and the 3rd fret. But where is that? So let's make sure we're holding our ukuleles in readiness here. All right. And we're going to go to the A string. Okay. That's the 4th string on down. Okay. That's the A string over here. And notice I wrote ring finger again. That's where we're going to place the very tip of our ring finger, okay? And making sure also that your thumb is behind the neck, okay? You're going to place the very tip. And when I say tip, I mean the very tip just before the fingernail. Don't go below that in that fat part area, okay? We don't want there. We want to be right there. And what you're going to do is you're going to press firmly while your thumb is in the back of the neck. You're going to press very firmly. Let me give you a closer look right there. Between, again, the second and third fret on the A string, you're going to press very firmly right against that string, so that you're making sure that the A string that you're pressing down is actually touching the fretboard. It's got to touch it, okay? So you got to press it very firmly. What you're going to find after a lot of playing too is that those strings really dig in. Look, I'm going to show you a close-up. Look at my finger. In fact, all my fingers, okay, they have some indenting from the string, especially my ring finger right now, from a lot of playing ukulele and guitar, okay? But that tends to happen when you practice, okay? So you need to make sure that you press very firmly. Yes, it's going to hurt. When you practice, in the middle of your practice, make sure you take a little break real quick, shake it out, get a little feeling back in your fingers, and then start again, okay? So when you press firmly on that particular string using the tip of your finger, okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to give it one strum down, okay? So I hope you have this position right now. Let's get that ready, okay? And everybody, from the top string, from that G string, you're going to go all the way down and strum your C major chord. Ready? On my count, I'm going to strum it one time. 1, 2, ready, and strum. Okay, see, that's how it should sound, okay? If it's not sounding like that, you got to make sure you adjust, okay? And what I mean by that is making sure not only that you have your finger position correct, but look at my wrist. My wrist is also taking this position where it's bending downward or forward, however you want to look, it's bending. And why? Okay, we don't want this, okay? We definitely don't want our wrist to bend the other way. It has to bend this way, because that is what allows leverage over the string, so that you can press firmly and only concentrate on that particular string when you're holding it, and then have that clear resonating sound of the C major chord, okay? If you're not pressing hard enough, it may come out like this. Okay, well, actually, that was pretty good. Okay, and now that's pretty good, but also my last string is not as resonant right there because I'm muting it. So what you want is to make sure, again, you're pressing firmly, and every note will be good, okay? It would be nice and resonant. Now, take a look at what I have written over here. This is called the strum pattern. Strumming is what we're doing with our right hand, okay? So the strum pattern will go as follows. Notice the arrows going down and up, okay? We're going to strum down 4 times, okay? So let me show you what that looks like. So when we press firmly there, we're going to strum down 4 times and count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, by the way, notice how I muted my strings just now after. If I let it go like this, it'll resonate for a while. But if I want it to stop very quickly, all I have to do is quickly just place my hand over the strings, okay, where the sound hole is. Okay, that's the sound hole right on the body of the ukulele. So we strum down 4 times, and then you guessed it, right underneath, we strum up 4 times. So you're going to take the same chord, and you're going to strum upward from the A string and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's how we do the strumming up. And then we're going to strum down twice, and after that, strum up twice. So we're going to go down 2, then up 2. Okay, so ultimately, altogether, that strum pattern goes as follows. If you keep yourself a good tempo, remember, tempo is the speed in which you play or sing, right? In this case, playing. You're going to count yourself in. You're going to go 1, 2, ready, play. Then you strum down. Then you strum right away on the first beat. Okay, let's try that. Everybody, get in readiness position. Get your C chord ready. Okay, ring finger on the A string, between 2nd and 3rd fret, and on my 4 count, let's do the whole strum pattern there, one after the other. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Let's strum and go down, 2, 3, 4. Now up, 2, 3, 4. Down 2, down 2, and up 2, and off. Okay, there you go. That's how you do that. We're going to do it one more time. Let's do it again. In case you didn't catch all of that, let's do it again. And this is something you can replay the video going back and do it with me over and over again, and then try it on your own. Okay, so again, once again, let's give ourselves that tempo on my 4 count. 1, 2, ready. Now strum down 4 times. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 4. Up 2, 3, 4. Down 2. Down 2, and up. Up 2, and done. Okay, so you want to practice that chord. You want to practice it about 10 times a day, something like that. Okay, about 10 times a day to really get used to doing that. And what happens is next week, guys, when we go back to our ukulele, okay, next week I'm going to show you the next chord, that G. I'm going to show you the G chord. Okay, which sounds like that. If you guys want to go ahead and look up how the G chord looks on a ukulele tab, you can easily Google that, by the way. Okay, and then practice on your own. But either way, I'm going to show you that chord and how to get actually from the C major chord to the G major chord. Okay, in which you'll be able to transition. Okay, very nicely. Okay, again, using that strum pattern. Now, the strum pattern, just so that you guys understand why we use that strum pattern. That strum pattern allows us to get a very basic sense of rhythm, okay, of rhythm, playing in rhythm when we're strumming, okay? And that, again, being very basic, allows us then to kind of expand on our rhythms so that not only we're just doing a march tempo, okay, we can utilize it. It actually reinforces this down and up movement with the wrists when you're strumming, and to play in rhythm so that eventually you'd start to do more fun rhythms. Okay, and then of course when we learn the other chords, it'll apply. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, to really get you used to this motion when you are strumming on the ukulele, and that's what that strum pattern is for, guys. Okay, all right, I'm just taking a look at our time. Okay, we're pretty much just maybe a couple of minutes over our time, but we are done for today. Okay, so remember, go back onto this video. I'm going to come a little bit closer to you guys. Go back to this video, review the things that we've learned, okay, and practice it with your ukulele. And guys, this will definitely, again, as I mentioned before, it'll be taxing on your fingertips, okay, but you'll definitely thank me, because eventually you're going to get, the key is to build up a tolerance and strength and flexibility when you're strumming. So virtually you start off nice and easy when you're doing this. You'll have strong and flexible fingers, and you'll be able to play virtually anything, okay? But that can only happen, again, if you practice. All right, guys. So that is it for today's ukulele lesson. I am glad that you were able to join us. Thank you once again for doing that. And thank you, moms and dads, and everybody for supporting me by subscribing to this channel. Please, I encourage you, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy YouTube channel, and also look me up on Facebook in the Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy Facebook page, where I have loads of videos, other videos that you've probably never seen before in teaching techniques and music learning and all of that. And also, again, be a member of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy by looking me up on patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy for a minimum of $1, and you can get the benefits. By the way, if you didn't get all the benefits that I mentioned earlier, they're definitely in the description. The info is definitely in the description of this video. Take a look at it, okay? Look me up and become a member, guys. Become a member. Thank you guys again so much for joining us. Next week, it'll be the same thing, so have your ukuleles ready if you haven't got one. All right? Take your time. Purchase a reasonable priced ukulele that is quality, okay, such as I did. I'm very blessed to have this. Very blessed to be with you guys. And thank you once again, guys. I will see you guys next week. And as I always tell my students, I wish you happy practicing. Everyone take care. Have a great one.